a lot of people are asking us questions about like, who is Muse, and like should I look into them? And it's always like, yes, like look into them. This is what we know of who you guys are. But what I want to do is I want to try and get to the depth of what and who Muse Canada is. It's like, this is that platform to do that, get all the information out that we can. And I'm sure in there we'll probably steer off into some mundane conversation about something that's irrelevant, which is okay too.
Perfect timing, because we got our new the phase 3 website finally coming up too. So it's on the 20th. Ooh. Hopefully we can get it done. It's still in progress.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Jessi Toms, founder and CEO of Muse Canada, and you are watching episode 119 of the Sit Down podcast.
Muse Canada is a new arts and entertainment media connection and support network. Skip the algorithms of social media and connect with other entertainment professionals across Canada. Sign up today for just $5 a month.
Or you guys can use promo code FunkyMoose2021 and get 10% off membership. So, yeah. Welcome to the show, Jessi.
Welcome. Cheers.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
For sure.
Oh. Okay. Sorry.
What'd you do?
This is carbonated.
Are we having a Sprite challenge?
No, so we always drink Liquid Death, and there's the white can and the black can. The black can is carbonated, the white can is not. And I'm always the one drinking the white can. But we're out of white, so Joel gives me this one.
And he wasn't expecting
I was not prepared for
being
this.
Carbonated.
Woo. Okay. At least it's not spiked.
No doubt. That's freaking funny.
There's surprises in every show. There we go.
That's right.
Heck yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, thank you. Welcome to the show. It's been a little while since we got to talk, actually. I think I want to say like 6 months, maybe 7 months.
At least.
Yeah, it's been quite some time. Well, Muse Canada had its official first anniversary this month. So yeah, it's been a long year. So we probably haven't actually chatted in 6 or 8 months since we started working together. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, for those of you watching and listening out there, as you know, all the ads we do for Muse Canada in every episode, we figured the best way to try and answer any of the questions you guys are asking out there is what better way to invite the owner of Muse Canada on, and kind of we want to try and get to the not to the bottom of it, but we just want to try and get as much information about Muse out there to you guys as possible.
She probably knows best. Probably.
Maybe
on how to do that,
on answering questions. And
well, exactly.
We're
always just kind of like, just check them out, and then I always say that the short little write-up, the condensed version that you said to me, like every ad, that's like my go-to, right? It's like, skip the algorithms of social media. Right.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of like it's hard to describe sometimes what we're doing, because we do so much of a lot of things. I just kind of tell people, I don't know, I'm just winging it in the industry, trying to find ways to make things happen.
For sure.
Okay, so let's start with, why did you start Muse and how has it evolved to what it is now?
Okay. Well, I started the brand Muse back 6 years now. It was the Edmonton Muse, and it was just a local news outlet, that kind of a digital magazine that featured local talent, arts, entertainment, that kind of thing. And the reason why is because I was always tired of people saying there's nothing to do in the city. There's no one knows of anything new that's coming, and it's so boring. And I was like, are you kidding me? There's so much to do here. So I just got a group of people together and said, well, let's maybe start an event listing originally. And then it just kind of evolved into that digital magazine. It was doing really well, and we did have plans to expand across Canada eventually, but then COVID happened, and it kind of shut everything down completely. So we had to kind of recalibrate and figure out how can we still keep up with the industry, be a resource to help artists, but also curate enough content to actually do something. And we couldn't really just do that on a local level. So it kind of was a blessing in disguise where it forced us to go national right off the hop and build something that could reach from east to west and include everybody into it. So it didn't seem like it at the time that it was a great thing, but now that we're coming into post-pandemic kind of economy and things are picking up and we're all able to do new shows and you guys can do your festival, and it's pretty exciting. And so now we're kind of converting again and adapting again into this new economy that we're kind of pushing into. So now Muse Canada, like I said, it's East and West Coast, kind of everybody in between. We're just trying to connect everybody together because there is a huge gap between artists and musicians and people who do film and theater, but we all benefit from working together. And there's just huge networks of people within each industry. So we're trying to bridge those gaps, as well as provide something that we can all work together in promoting. So the Muse Canada website, you become a member, and by doing so, we can promote you through our outlets. So it's kind of like a collective marketing, if you want to put it that way, right? And it's when we build everybody together, we can cover a lot more ground. So now we're starting to do things like create touring circuits for musicians. We have a brand new website being built that's strictly for the media section of things. So we're actually doing a lot more promotion. It's going to be really pretty. On that website, we're also going to be able to host one-pagers or simple websites for bands and artists to have, like an electronic press kit or whatever, but it's hosted through us so that they're basically piggybacking off of our SEO, giving them a boost right off the hop instead of building it on their own. So there's just a ton of things that are kind of happening. So when you're talking about trying to make it, you're like, went from this sentence to this sentence, and they're like, can you explain this in 2 sentences? I'm like, no, not really. We're just kind of all over the place, but in a good way.
For sure.
Do you know what SEO means?
No, I don't. No.
Okay.
What is it?
Search engine optimization.
Oh yeah.
So because Muse, when you search.
Wait, can I take a guess at this?
Sure.
Is it like, so if you're searching Muse Canada, then it's going to be the first one that pops up at the top of the page?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and not only Muse Canada, but if you're looking for example, touring dates Canada, any band, if that band has a one-pager on the Muse Canada website, it's more likely that they show up on the top versus them having a cheap Wix site.
Right. So if I'm typing in, like an example, if I'm looking for touring dates for Jake Vatalan, and he's with Muse Canada, I type Jake Vatalan touring dates, Muse Canada is going to pop up at the top of the page.
Likely.
Right?
Yeah, but it'll be like Muse Canada / band name, so that they still get their band name, but they can also buy their own URL and redirect that URL to that part of our website. So they're actually backlinking, which means that if they ever outgrow our website, they can actually take that backlinking that we've done between the two that's already been established, right? So now they've already built up their own SEO too. So it's a newer idea. We will be launching all of this on, it would been May 20th. So it's exciting. It's daunting because it's a huge project, but I think it'll be beneficial.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I think so. My background is in digital marketing. If I don't do records, I do digital marketing. And in talking to bands and artists, a lot of them are like, I just want my website to look pretty. That's a great start, but that's only the start of it. You know,
exactly.
Like the whole SEO thing. I mean, it's great if you have a website, but if nobody can find it, then might as well not have one. Or people say, oh, I have a Facebook page. Yeah, it's not the same thing. So this is a great idea.
Thank you.
I want to be part of it if I can.
Ooh, look at that. Mark trying to
Done.
get a job.
We'll make it happen.
Heck
Cool.
yeah.
I like it.
No, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I remember how you and I got in touch. It was through a mutual friend who I've shouted out on this episode, on this show before.
Yep. I don't remember who it is, but
Justin Scolny.
right.
Another shout out to Justin. So
Hi, Justin.
hey,
Thanks
Justin,
for
he's
hooking us
watching.
up.
For sure he's watching. But yeah, he reached out to me after he spoke to you, because him and I are mutual acquaintances, and he knows like about Funky Moose and all that stuff. He's like, I really think you should meet Jessi, because I think there's a way you guys could work together. And then that's exactly how we got tied together.
He wasn't wrong.
No, not at all. As soon as if I'm being honest with you, Jessi, as soon as we had that first Zoom call and kind of got to know each other a little bit, I immediately was like, what you're standing for and what you're doing for the artists is the same path that what we're trying to do over here, any way that we can. Like, what can we do to help these artists out there? And I think that's what made us click. So good.
Yeah,
I almost
well,
said click so
I'm
hard.
all about that. I'm all about that co-opetition. You know, there's no need for competition in the industry. And I think if we learn how to work together better, we're just going to build each other up faster and find more ways for us to make more successes. So yeah, there's a limited amount of stages, but there's going to be unlimited shows, you know, going on those stages if we can keep them alive. And so I think what you guys are doing and what we're doing is such a unique approach to these problems as well, that, I mean, by working together, we're just going to find unique ways to solve these problems. And it's going to be, I mean, you guys are already doing so many great things, like your festival's coming up in no time. I want to be there, but I can't.
What?
Well, I'll give
I
you.
know.
Well, okay. When can you make it? We'll reschedule the whole festival.
Yeah, we'll just
Oh,
move it.
well, actually, my birthday is on August 7th. So this would have been a party of a lifetime.
Well, there's
Wow.
always 2023.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Shit,
maybe we'll
man,
make a plan.
I'll tell you, we're already talking to bands and like currently in the process of booking bands for
Yeah.
next year already. Like, that's how
Awesome.
we're already got that snowball going.
Doesn't it feel amazing? It's amazing. We are actually booking bands again.
Yeah.
It's a little surreal. It's definitely surreal. This year's event is bigger than, like, last year's was our first one. We did it at Bellevue Hall. It was like, I wouldn't say small potatoes, but compared to this year, yeah, like I feel we're doubling up this year.
Well, if you're looking at
year's even bigger, yeah, it's like holy smokes.
if you look at, for example, a Capitol or like a music venue like the Revival Room in Regina, what we put on last year is basically what they put on every weekend. Yeah. So, but for us, that was a perfect opportunity to get our feet wet and see how things work and how, you know, where to start and all that. That was I mean, we organized it in 6 weeks and it was a success. And now we're doing it again, but now we still don't know what we're doing, but it's
I wouldn't say we don't know what we're doing. It might come off like it might.
You're
look
just
like
winging it. Come on.
We truly are. Actually,
but that's kind of the vibe that, like, with the podcast, we still don't know what we're doing.
Yeah,
so
the podcast,
Fest, same
we
thing.
have no idea. No, I'll be honest. What makes it run so smoothly is the relationship that we have with everybody who's helping us do it. Like, if I'm being honest, it isn't just Mark and our wives putting this together. Like, it's not just the four of us. It's all the bands that are playing. Yeah. We're legitimate friends with all these people. Like, I could call any one of them up right now. They'll answer the phone. I can crack jokes with them, go for coffee, go for lunch with them.
Except for Weapons.
Yeah, all those bastards got me today. We'll come back to Weapons again.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Like, we can't do an episode without talking about Weapons, right?
I'll remind you. You have to tell this story.
But yeah, so like it's the bands that are playing. You know, it's Joel and Trisonic Sound who are doing the sound, helping us out with that aspect of it, and then like whoever we're outsourcing to, like the breweries and the food trucks coming in. Like, it's not just us. Like
Mhm.
they're just as much of a part of Moose Fest as we are. Do you know what I
And
mean? Like I know you know what I mean, and
they're
that's what's
excited
like.
too. They're excited about it just as much as we are. Like Joel Rose, the main sound guy, let's say, he came over last Friday just to check out the grounds,
Yeah, we did a walk through the grounds,
and he was excited and gave us ideas because he runs his own festival as well called Chesterfest in Prince Albert, and he's like very open, like, have you thought of this, or maybe you can do this, or this would be a good place to do that.
Yeah,
you know, so little things like that. It's again,
I love it when that happens, when you find that energy behind somebody who wants to make this happen just as much as you do.
for
I
sure.
totally feel that. I have that with the Muse as well, with my crew. You know, it's just, it becomes a joint effort, a family effort.
A family. I was just gonna say that too. Yeah, it truly is. Like it's friends and family, and we're all doing it for the same reason. Like it's not about, it isn't about money at all.
Oh.
Like when we say it's a success, that means that we didn't go in the red, and any profits that were made were spent to have, like, we broke even. That's the success.
That's the goal.
That the goal is to break even at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it isn't about money at all. It's about the
But
camaraderie
the passion
and
behind it.
oh, for sure. It's what it represents. I keep saying that too. Like, Moose Fest isn't just a music festival. It's so much bigger and more than that. It's so big. It's so much bigger than that I don't have the words to explain it. Like, I can't articulate. Yeah, it truly is, because
That's a good one.
it's the vibe of everything, and getting the people together. Everybody's just as much of a part of it as everybody else, and
we just wanted to party and organize Moose
and
Fest.
the party is so rad too.
Nothing wrong with the party. Yes.
Yeah, I'm scared and nervous and excited about it this year. Last year was intense.
Oh yeah,
it was so good. I think we were up till 6 a.m. I went to bed at 6 a.m, and then we were up at 9.
Yeah, for me it was 4:30 or something, and at 5 o'clock I woke up because some of the band members slept in my backyard, and I heard the zipper of their tents, and I was like, oh, they finally got their tents working.
Yeah, it was
well, the fact that you remember it, I mean, that's a success too.
Well, you know,
yeah,
normally I would say, you know, alcohol is a thing, but it's usually when, for example, I used to organize, not me personally, but I was part of a board that organized ball tournaments. There was a lot of liquor around me, and I could have my hands in there at any time, but I knew that I was the guy that was responsible to make sure that, you know, teams are actually on the diamonds.
Right.
And that's the same with Moose Fest. Like, if something goes sideways, I don't want to be drunk out of my ass.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You know,
like, and I haven't drank in 10 years. So like, but I was just the environment that I was in kind of gave me that, I don't know, that
energy,
that energy.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. That kept me going all night. It was such a blast, and I'm definitely fired up
over the whole night. I had maybe 3 or 4 beer,
right,
and I didn't need any beer, you know.
Yeah,
I'm the same way though. When I'm doing an event, I usually don't have any alcohol, but I can still stay up late. But at the same time, not having done it in a couple of years, you know, going out and staying out, being with the bands, doing the usual stuff that I do with them at the promotion, and helping them tear down and all that fun stuff, you know, 1 o'clock hits and I feel like an 80-year-old woman and I want to go to bed.
Yep.
I was out last Friday with a band that I'm going to start working with, and you know, their show was a little bit late. There were some technical difficulties, and you know, everything just got pushed back, and I just kept feeling myself slowly teetering, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, this is not me. I can stay up till 4, we're good, and then I'm up at 9 the next morning. No.
yeah.
I didn't drink, but I had a hangover that night from, I think, from staying up too late.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you could just feel the fade coming in. It's like, oh no, a couple more hours, let's go.
Oh yeah,
We could do it.
Yeah.
Please press the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and even just like elbow that bell notification button, it'd help us out. Get some eyes on these amazing artists that we get on every week, right? Also, Inspired Vapor Company is still a sponsor of this podcast. So if you guys are out there and you're smoking, vaping, whatever the case may be, wanting to transition into vaping, then hit up inspiredvaporcompany.com and use the promo code Moose10 at your checkout. You'll get 10% off. You can even use that code in the store. So Moose10 at checkout for 10% off, inspiredvaporcompany.com. Hit those guys up. On with the show. For sure. So do you have any, what do you got planned for your birthday this year coming up?
Well, I haven't been on a vacation in like over 10 years. So I'm taking a week in August to just run away.
Heck
I'm
yeah.
not telling anybody where I'm going because I'm just leaving. Like
you can
7
tell us. I'll
solid
bleep it out.
days.
I'll bleep it out. You can tell us.
Oh, we're just going camping. Just going, hitting a couple spots up in the mountains and just letting everything go, you know, not doing the technology. And I'm on the call because of what I do and so much of what I do. And I run 4 businesses and I manage some bands, and, you know, it's a lot. So I get a lot of calls. And so I just can't wait to just hit the power button.
For sure.
Just go bye.
Oh, for sure.
Sorry, my voicemail's full. Oh, darn.
I'll get back to you next week.
Yeah.
Now I say that now, but I'm probably going to be like panicking every 25 seconds, looking at my phone. Oh my God, what did I miss? What did I miss?
Yeah. If you're anything like me, that's how it's going to be too. Like, talk a big game till the phone goes down, and then it's like a day later and it's like, shit, I got clients to it that I need to be there for my clients.
Not even clients, man. So we went to Regina a 3 weeks ago, or a month ago, whatever.
Yeah.
I told you I would turn my phone off.
And you didn't?
Well, I didn't, because you kept calling. I knew it's an open-ended discussion. So if I turn off your phone, or if I turn off my phone, you're gonna get pissed that I don't answer.
Yeah. I tried not to bug you.
Oh, that's you not trying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. If
I'm trying to remember what the hell I bugged you for.
Like a B for effort there.
For sure. I'll take a B. I was definitely a D student, so B's. I'm okay with that. For sure. I was gonna give you a little exclusive, seeing as you're not coming to this year's event. I wanted to tell you and the people at home that this year's event is going to be filmed. And we will be releasing the footage, of course, after. Can't do it before, but
that's exciting.
The plan is, we're working with the company out of Saskatoon that's going to come. What is undecided at this point, if they're going to be recording the full sets of the bands, but so it's either going to be the full sets of the bands, or else it'll be, the idea is like maybe 3 songs per set, right, of each band, and then we'll put them together and have like an hour-long movie of like Moose Fest 2022, and
that's
have that
really good.
For sure, as well as the artists will have the rights to their content too, so they can distribute, like release that as they see fit. Like, so
fancy.
there
I
will
like
be
it.
lots of footage of Moose Fest. So I'm more excited. I think I'm more excited about the aftermath of the event than the actual event. Could be. There's gonna be some.
Are you gonna do the same thing for next year as well?
If it runs smoothly, like if the videoing and all that stuff, if it goes as planned, 100%, there would be no reason not to do it again the following year.
And we've been discussing, but it's kind of an open, we haven't
ongoing
finalized yet. So probably next year, not this year. We're also planning to have audio recordings of the whole set, and then let's say band XYZ, because we don't want to name names yet, is playing next year. That audio recording we could potentially press on vinyl, and then have band XYZ live at Moose Fest, and then they have records to sell.
Yeah, so that might be an addition to 2023.
I like that a lot.
Yeah,
sounds fun.
Well, the one thing I haven't really spoken a lot about this, but we are eventually, hopefully this fall, if not next spring, are going to be launching Muse TV. And
Wow.
it's going to be, yeah, so we could put your video up on Muse TV. So our plan is to have kind of like what music television used to be, arts
Like
television.
you mean like
So
MTV or Much Music kind of thing?
yeah, we're going to do that, but we're also going to incorporate like independent films, and maybe someone does a really cool job of some live art or something like that. But it's going to be more than just music, but it's going to have that indie feel to it that's really going to push
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and we're going to have regular programming, and it's a lot of planning in the works right now, but I mean, I'm always going to be looking for content. So
Oh my God, I
Well,
love this idea.
You have content in us.
I'm just like,
awesome.
you can put the episodes up in full on there if you want to. Go right ahead, and I'll bleep out any swears if I have to, for sure.
Well, it's gonna, of course, it's all gonna be online, so cable television, so we can always have like, rated M
like-
for
Mature.
possible mature content.
Maybe we can do our episodes like after 11. That's the thing in Holland. After 11,
Oh yeah,
all the stops. Like,
yeah. It's not as censored.
In Holland?
Yeah,
nothing censored.
after 11.
Nothing censored.
Right.
Like before 11, it's like the Dutch talk shows and whatever, they swear, whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is American, British, German TV. And that's not censored by Dutch TV, but it's because it's coming from overseas and whatever. So, but after 11, it's anything goes.
Anything goes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The Sit Down Podcast is brought to you by Funky Moose Records. Funky Moose Records is an online record store. We sell new and used vinyl records, storage solutions like inner and outer sleeves, and cleaning supplies from, for example, Groove Washer. We also sell turntables from Audio Technica and speakers by Kanto. And if you're in the market for a record, how about this one? The Northern Royals EP. It is on gold splatter vinyl, and it's available at funkymooserecords.ca.
There was a while back, this was quite some time ago, I had reached out to I'm not, so it's like you heard what I said, right? I hope.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with what that is even?
No.
Okay, so it's
Good.
like yeah, good, don't worry about them. It's basically just like, it's television, right? So it's cable TV basically. And I was trying to see if we could get some kind of sponsorship for Moose Fest, all of that. And I even mentioned the podcast in there. I was like, hey, I see that you're helping to promote like indie artists, and like they'll play some live content on there, which is great. So I was thinking, well, maybe we could have some footage of Moose Fest on there potentially, or the podcast or whatever. So I sent him some information on the show, and I think they watched I'm sure it was only like 45 seconds of an episode, and I got a response back immediately, and they were like, no, we can't do that. And I was, I was like, well, why? Like, why can't you? And the reasons were because there was swearing right out of the gate, and it just happened to be that one
episode
in particular. Right, there was swearing in it.
No.
Yeah, right. There was some sexual innuendo jokes at the start, and because one of the sponsors of our show is a vape company, Inspired Vapor Company, sponsors the podcast, and they were like, yeah, we can't promote that. So then I was just like, well, that's unfortunate that that's the one episode that you looked at out of like over 100 episodes, like why didn't you look at the one we did at Skull Creek Studios, or this live on location one, or this one was a good one, right? Because I don't feel like they got the full grasp of what it is that we're doing here. So not to throw them under the bus, but yeah, well, it's that censorship thing again. And it's like, we're like, we don't give a crap. That's
it's
not
also
why.
that whole like bigger business, and and not really wanting to support that independent feel behind things too. I find that's a hard barrier to break, because I find that you need those big businesses to help give that extra boost to take your independent music, and push it forward to a different audience and a bigger audience. But breaking that barrier to try and work with them is so difficult.
Agreed. Yeah.
And how much music nowadays doesn't have swears in it or sexual innuendos. I mean, WAP was a Juno award-winning performance, and that was like 12-year-old girls in the audience. Totally don't agree with it, but it made it to live television. Like, Miley Cyrus, like doing the whole
exactly.
It's like, what is going on? And you're worried about a podcast. Okay.
You're worried about a long form conversation. For
sure. It's bizarre.
It is, and that's another reason why I took towards you guys in particular, is because it's that point of view. It's our views, I think, are we're on the same page. You know what I mean? It's like we're doing it our way with the help of our friends to just promote everybody. And and it's not an FU to the big corporate, but it kind of is, but it kind of is, but it isn't.
Kind of, yeah. Well, we're kind of being punk rockers for the situation, right?
That's a good way.
Okay.
Yes, I like it. That's a good way to explain it too, for sure.
Can I get back to you run 4 businesses?
Yeah.
Are they all like music related, like industry related, or no?
So I have I Am, which is marketing, and we do marketing and branding, and we focus on a lot of smaller businesses. Of course, we specialize in arts and entertainment, but we work with all different industries there. I have Jessi Toms, the brand, so that's where I do a lot of like talks. So I do a lot of mental health stuff, promotional things. That one's more of a personal one. Then I have Turn It Up to 11 Entertainment, which is where I do my artist management and promotion. And then I have Muse Canada Incorporated. And I feel like I'm forgetting something here. But yeah, I do a lot. And then I also work with the Edmonton Stingers pro basketball team, as well as an executive there. So it's
Go Rattlers. Go Rattlers.
Hey, no. We beat you guys last year.
Yeah, whatever.
No, but you guys got the championship the first year. That's a pretty big honor.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Joel's looking at me like, who?
Yeah.
So the best way to describe it is it's the CEBL, which is a pro basketball league. And it's kind of like how the CFL is to the NFL, we're the CEBL to the NBA. So
interesting.
Professional Canadian League. Yeah, and it's our players are paid. We have, professional arenas. We have 10 teams now, and so it's a lot of fun. And our season starts May 27th. Get your tickets.
That's actually one of the things I do want to do. Like
own a basketball team.
That would be pretty killer.
The Funky Moose Rattlers.
Ooh.
Or just what's Moose plural? Moose, right?
Yeah, Meese.
Meese? Is it Meese? No,
it's the Funky Meese.
The Funky Meese. Heck yeah! If I had a shit ton of money, I think that would be a good investment. Buy a team, run a team. It doesn't even have to be professional. Shit, you could even buy like a little league kind of thing.
That's what Ryan Reynolds did.
Yeah, is it?
He bought a what is it? A soccer team in Wales or something?
Something like that,
Some bottom feeder.
Yeah.
But
why
that's not gonna, that's purely for charitable reasons. But yeah.
And entertainment.
If you want to make money, sports is an interesting. Well, look at Katz, Daryl Katz, the guy who owns the Oilers. He's got massive houses all over all over North America, and a big brand new arena that we have. I know we're in 2 different cities, so I'm trying to think of your version of that, but I don't know. I'm outside of the Rattlers.
I don't
at the SaskTel Center.
Yeah. There's
no Mosaic Stadium.
Yeah. where the Rough Riders play.
The Riders play at Mosaic Stadium.
And
Oh, there you
Sask-
go.
Rattlers play at
SaskTel
SaskTel,
Center is where the Saskatoon Blades play.
Yeah. But yeah, so to get to where I wanted to go with that,
Mhm.
sports teams. So my ultimate goal is to own a Formula One team.
Oh, that would be so fun.
That is a hell of a goal. I
Mhm.
realize that. But so when I started Funky Moose, I wanted the brand to be something like Red Bull, where a lot of people know Red Bull but don't realize that they're selling energy drinks.
Mhm.
You know, so if I can get Funky Moose to a point where people don't even realize that we sell records,
Mhm.
but you know, we're known for everything else that we do, I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
And owning a Funky Moose Formula One team, that would be awesome.
You ever watch?
That would
You ever
be.
watch Two
I-
Bears One Cave?
No.
Because they own like race cars now.
Oh yeah, did you?
They do. I'll fill you in on that later. But
No, that would be
What?
killer. I mean, I want something similar for the Muse as well. That's why we don't brand everything with Muse Canada. We brand it with just the logo because we want to get that logo awareness, that brand
Yep.
awareness as we expand to anything else that we want to do, right? And
for sure.
it makes sense, you know, like even though I own a lot of businesses, they are all cyclical. They all work with each other somehow and can
Yeah.
all feed from each other. But you know, but they're different entities, and you can still have the same, like have a parent company like Red Bull does, and then have all these multiple things that they do. So,
100%. 100%.
yeah.
There was.
And hey, maybe we could do a Muse/Moose thing, and we can call it the Meese or the Muse.
the Muse.
The
Well, there's one of
Funky
the.
Muse.
There's one of the
Funky
Funky
Muse.
Muse. One of the ads I did, I actually did say Muse Canada. I think, right? And
Oh,
then you
yeah?
correct me.
Yeah,
in the
you
ad.
did.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
did.
think so, yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, it should be Moose Canada. But yeah,
Yeah, I remember that. That was really funny. Moose Canada, Funky Muse.
Funky
See,
Muse. There
it
could
was
be something there.
inevitable. We were going to work
Yeah.
together, especially
It's
with
happening.
For
It's
sure.
happening.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, that's what I did with Funky Moose too. Like it's the entity is called Funky Moose Audio, but I have Funky Moose Records under that and Funky Moose Digital.
Mhm.
And I'd like
And
to
Funky Moose Radio now.
Funky Moose
Did you know
Radio.
there's
Yeah.
Funky Moose Radio now? There's a
I
radio.
did not know
station.
that.
Funky Moose
Funky
Radio.
Moose Radio.
Yep.
Well, on the new website, we're going to be putting lists of radio stations that support independent music throughout Canada. We're going to have, and then links to them so people can listen in live and all that. So we're slowly going to be releasing all these things. So we'll put that on there too. So that'd be
Heck
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. How is that going? Because it's been running for what, 3 weeks now? I think. Or
Oh, so
four?
it's a baby.
Yeah.
is.
No, it's more than 3 weeks. It's
it more than
a month and a half now.
Okay.
Something like that. Month maybe. Yeah.
It's just a baby.
It
Yeah.
is. So the way Mark's got it set up right now too, there's a lot of good reviews. I'm hearing a lot of good stuff about it. I'll be honest, I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh, I know. I know you don't listen.
You know, I haven't.
That's why he's only thought it's been 3 weeks because
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I have been hearing a lot of good things about it, and what I do like is how Mark sprinkles in like our guests in there, like every hour. There's like Justine Giles from episode
Oh.
whatever, and then we'll play a song or two of hers, and I like that every hour. For those of you listening, if you're on the show, you're gonna get some spins on the radio for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So every bottom of the hour, I play a song by one of the artists, and that's
Oh, awesome.
randomized. So whoever submits, hint, hint,
Yeah.
just reach out and actually you don't really need to be a podcast guest. I can still play music, but it won't be at the bottom of the hour. But you'll go in general rotation. So
Yeah.
if you want your music played on Funky Moose Radio, send me a message.
And you're SoCan certified and all of that.
Yep.
Awesome.
Very
Yeah,
good.
well, I'll definitely send some people your way.
Yeah.
Or I can just start wailing on my ukulele and maybe we can hopefully it makes it there.
Do you have a ukulele?
I do.
What's in
I'm
the
not
back
gonna
there?
play
Is
it
that
for you
like
guys.
what do you got? What's brass in the back there?
That's an elliptical.
Is that I
Oh,
thought that was like
yeah,
a trombone
yeah,
or something.
I'm in my
Okay.
living room. You can see my record collection over here with some books. I've got
Ooh,
I have my favorite records on the wall over there. Yeah.
nice.
What
What-
is your favorite record?
Oh. Oh, it's so hard.
Top 3.
That you make it harder.
Well, no,
Oh,
because
God.
I always
Well,
think top 3 is easier because then
No.
you're not singling anything out.
No.
that's hard because I like so much music.
Okay,
I
so
have
what
over 600 records.
what is in your
Nice.
collection? Is it all indie stuff or is it just
It's
Random.
literally everything. I have polka music in my collection.
Nice.
I have Black Sabbath. I have music from Mexico to a couple Swedish metal bands. I've got I love instrumental like Shadowy Men and a Shadowy Planet or the Huevos Rancheros. Of course, my band, the Confucianaires, they put out a record and it's killer. Rancid, I love Rancid. They have such a good one. But I even have like old country from like Dolly Parton and Patsy Cline. Like I'm not even joking.
Oh.
I have everything.
I
Like,
I
yeah,
know
like,
one
there's
that you know
classical
what we should send
jazz.
her. We
nice?
should send you a Northern Royals EP.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That was
good.
the first. That was the
It's on the-
first
on the
record
disc.
that. Here, let me snag it here. Right here.
Oh yeah, I
Roll it.
remember seeing that, and it's so shiny.
You
Is that the
betcha.
gold one? Is it?
You bet.
Yep.
Yes, I remember seeing that.
Have you heard about our new radio station? It's called Funky Moose Radio, where we play alternative and indie rock, sprinkle in some blues and Americana. We feature the music from our guests on this podcast at least once per hour. These songs can be in any genre. We're working on getting the station on every mobile app available, but the easiest way to listen is at funkymooseradio.ca. You should also become a VIP because we'll be giving away some prizes. Again, check it out at funkymooseradio.ca.
All the vinyl I own is from guests that have been on the show. I'm like, yeah, I got a nice, good little record collection going. I don't even have a record player still.
Well, I have CDs and I don't have a CD player.
Oh,
so-
well, there you go.
Yeah, I used to have one of those. I made the stupid mistake of buying one of those all-in-ones, and then it was all like Bluetooth speaker, fancy, and then something went wrong and I lost all of it. So the only place I have 3 record players, but I have my car for CDs. I have like 600, 700 CDs.
Yeah.
Right.
So something always playing in there too. But yeah, my media collection is pretty all over the place.
Do you
I like
have,
it that way.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you have a record in the record player right now?
Yes.
What I'm curious to know what that one is. What was the
The
last
Sadies.
one? The
Oh.
Stadies?
Sadies.
Sadies.
Not
Yeah.
the steadies. The
Yeah,
Sadies.
I was gonna say you mean the steadies, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the Sadies. That's the last one I was listening to. Here, I'll just select the computer. Let's grab a random selection. There's no.
Do you
we've got-
have them sorted at all, or is it just
Well, I did have them sorted, but then the shelf that they were originally on broke. And
Ah.
so they kind of just got all picked up and put there and haven't been sorted since. So yeah, this is the one that was in there. So the Sadies.
Hey
you
yo.
Yes.
Internal sounds.
And then we've got the Fuzz Kings. So they were a band from Edmonton here. They no longer exist. Actually, the lead singer from one of the bands that I manage, the Confucianaires, was the singer of that one. I've got Teenage Head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. This one I haven't listened to. So this one was actually given to me. So a friend gave me like 10 albums randomly. And one of them is Japan Exorcising Ghosts. I have no idea what that is. I don't know if it's music or if it's like some weird movie sound effects but I'm really
or
curious.
exercising ghosts for sure.
Or just about them. Yeah, I don't know. And it's not really explanatory on the actual album. So anyways, yeah.
You actually
Sweet.
put one away without showing it, and I think I got a glimpse of it, and I think I
Oh,
recognize it.
sorry, this one, Reagan Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
You know that album?
Another
Yeah,
local band from Edmonton.
It's on the Stomp label, right?
Yes, Stomp Records. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I've got everything from jazz. It's a lot of days I'll just be like, I don't know what I want to listen to, and I'll just go, okay, well, this will be interesting. So.
Yeah. I'm not in the mood for jazz, but I guess this is what I picked.
Not in the moose.
Yeah.
Not in the moose.
Not a moose.
Yeah.
Too awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
music it's just one of those things that's just I like almost all of it. Like if there's people that'll be like, oh, what kind of music do you like? And they're like everything, and then you start talking to them about what the music they like, and it's mostly about the radio, like everything on the radio.
yeah.
But if I can back it up, I've got experimental to rockabilly, psychobilly, metal. I've got this weird screaming opera one from Korea.
Yoko Ono, you mean?
Huh?
Yoko Ono, you mean?
Yeah. I don't know. It was another one in that weird collection, and I put it on, and it's just like sitting there, and just like, and I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna think I'm murdering someone in here.
Nice.
I remember Jeremy, our used records guy. He came over with a record one time, and the only reason he added it to the website is because the cover looked interesting, and it was worth a little bit. And he was like, well, I don't know, we should. He hadn't listened to it. He has a turntable, but he was just grading records, so he was putting them aside. And he came over and he was like, maybe we should listen to this one. And we put it on, and like the first 30 seconds, we look at each other, and we both kind of nodded like, yeah, we're not high enough for this.
Yeah, this isn't. It wasn't the jam.
It was so like, I'm okay with psychedelic, but this was so psychedelic that it was like, yeah, you definitely have to be high to understand this. And even then, but yeah, so
Right.
the most random stuff hits the turntable, and like with the whole inventory that we have here, we base a lot on what's playing right now on the cover. Like, this looks interesting. Let's turn it on. And then, well, 30 seconds later, you know if you're going to play the rest or not.
Right. It's that whole don't judge a book by its cover thing, right?
Well, initially we are, because it could look interesting.
Yeah, I mean, there's some pretty wild music, or there's some pretty wild music that I've come across, and if I didn't have a funky cover to catch me by, I would have skipped right over it. So you kind of do judge it by its cover, especially if you don't know who they are, and you're just like, it doesn't even really give you a sense of what kind of music it is either. Sometimes you're just like, well, sure.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. That's how, like, you remember like Blockbuster or Rogers Video, any of that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Like video rental things.
Yeah.
That's how I used to pick my movies too. I would look at the cover, just at the case. Like, what looks interesting? Same with video games. Would be the same thing. It would like, hey, what does that cover look like? Oh, this looks like fun. I'll rent this one for the weekend. That's how I used to pick those.
Yep.
There is an absolutely killer DVD/VHS store here in Edmonton called The Lobby, and they actually have obscure movies that you'll never find on Netflix and Amazon, and like anything you want, they can find it. And it's just it's amazing to see something like that still surviving through this. So if you ever come to Edmonton, I highly recommend. It's on White Avenue. It's the best.
Sure.
They have a killer selection, always bringing new stuff in.
I promise you, next time I'm going through Edmonton, I'm hitting you up. I'm gonna be like, what's going on tonight? We're going
on a tour. I don't know where we're going, but we'll figure it out.
We're gonna go watch some live music. I'm gonna rely on you to help me find some live music when I go through Edmonton.
So I'll send you to Hudson's and Moxie's. No, I'm just kidding. Those are all chain restaurants. Don't do that.
not strip clubs. You guys got strippers in Edmonton.
Oh yeah, those are fun too. Good. Diamonds is a good one. There you go. Yeah, but there's so many venues here in Edmonton. You just tell me what you're looking for, And actually, if people are ever coming through Edmonton and want to find something to look for, they can always go to musenews.ca and find events that are happening in different cities, not cities.
Right.
We're talking about titties, and I said cities.
I love it.
I had to throw that
See
in there
that?
somewhere.
See that on
Jessi, I have an idea.
Yes.
So you have a list of stuff that's happening on the website. Is that across Canada or just in Edmonton?
It's across Canada. There's a lot in Edmonton because that's where I'm from, but
Right.
people send me stuff and I just post the events. It's part of the Muse membership too. So if someone gets a Muse membership, it's $5 a month. Basically, it's literally to just help us cover the cost of administration. We don't like $5 a month for us to do these things. That's it, right? So they send us their events and we'll post them on our feeds there.
right.
How busy are you?
Oh my God.
Fairly
she's got
busy.
Four businesses, dude.
I know. So am I. So, but
What are you thinking we
my
should
idea,
be advocating for Saskatchewan on Muse?
no, my idea is for you or whoever
Mhm.
to go through those events. How many events are there, give or take?
Oh gosh.
Let's say for this Friday,
We'll just say 100 for now.
just for this coming Friday, let's say, or this weekend.
Well, I don't know about the weekend. I just know how many events I have listed. I don't know how
In total.
many.
Okay, so I'm thinking a weekly thing where whoever has time will just read out on, you know, May 27th, so and so is playing in Edmonton at that venue, and on May 28th, so and so is playing in Calgary at that place,
Mhm.
and just a list of
Up
who's
and comings.
who's playing where, and I can run that, you know, throughout the whole week.
Oh, that'd be awesome. All you would have to do is just go to the website and you can pick
Yeah.
however many you want, 5 or 10 or whatever, just randomly. That would work.
You busy?
That could be fun. You know, and I'm totally down with that because then you can, the artist, whoever's event it is, gets that extra bit of exposure.
For sure.
Exactly. And then what I
Mhm.
could do, you know, once the list is done, if you want a full list, go to Muse Canada or musenews.ca.
Yeah, that would be killer. But I mean, it gives you some other ideas too for, like, say you're putting together a curated list and want something new. I mean, you can always check out the list and go, oh, hey, who's this XYZ band, you know?
Yeah.
And then you have a new song to put. So it could be, this could be fun.
I like it. I like
Mhm.
this idea.
Mhm. Let's do it. I see the
Right.
wheels turning.
Ooh.
Ooh. More to look forward to. And then, and like, that's the other thing too, is we're trying to find ways to, so throughout Muse TV, and of course I don't think we're ever going to have Muse Radio just because we already work with and know so many radio stations. Maybe what we could do is be like a Sirius Radio where we just host all these radio stations kind of thing, which is, you know, a possibility as well, but
Right.
kind of what the Muse website's already up to in its own way as well. So we're just kind of the bringer togethers.
Yeah.
That's actually
That's my new tagline, the bringer together.
right.
How do you spell that?
Yeah. Hey, that's the Muse ad for next week.
The bringer together. Yeah, I'll just cut that. There's the clip for it. The bringer together.
The bringer together.
What is Muse Canada, Jessi?
I like that the video, the TV aspect of it. I'm
Mhm.
definitely a visual person. I love music videos, all that kind of stuff. Like, I would sooner watch a music video than just put in the CD. But if I had my choice, I would go to the
Mhm.
music video.
We're trying to get as many possible partnerships as possible. Our next big one we want to trying to reach out to is Bandcamp, because I love what Bandcamp does. Their whole structure. The only thing I wish they had was a streaming service so that we could not use Spotify anymore.
Right. Right.
But
I want to search this.
but,
Yeah, I use Tidal.
Yeah,
Sorry?
Mark's a pretty big advocate for title.
Yep.
Because they pay
Title.
the artists more.
Yep.
It's the
Oh, okay.
same concept, same idea, but yeah,
Same as Spotify, but
yeah, but they
yeah.
I'm gonna have to look them up because yeah, it's just I don't want to be the person to develop a whole new streaming service / everything because I'm already doing too much, but
right.
there's definitely room in the market to do
Yep.
something like that, you know, and it's needed. It's so needed. We need better representation and business opportunities for our artists and entertainers.
Agreed. Agreed.
And getting 0.0003 cents per listen, like
It's not fair, man.
GTFO.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. I'm like,
Yeah.
so oh man, I've been hitting up so many pre-pandemic. Janelle and I would go to concerts like quite
Mhm.
frequently. And since like this year, like stuff's opening up, shit, man, we're hitting up like 2 concerts a week. It's insane. It's like it's like my credit card's almost maxed out because I buy tickets immediately and stuff. It's not maxed out, but I'm over exaggerating on that. But you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
we're going to, I'll tell you what I got coming up. So tomorrow night is Avril Lavigne. And then the following Friday, not this Friday, next Friday is the Trues with Weapons. And then the Saturday, the 28th is Gary O in Prince Albert. Then June 4th is Whale and the Wolf and the Radiant in Saskatoon. And I have tickets for Whale and the Wolf in the Hour Hand in Regina.
Oh, wow.
And then, I was supposed to ask you if the Glorious Sons, were you coming to that with us? That show's still happening. Hey, I've got tickets for that for
I
like,
wanted to,
feels
but
like
you
a
keep
year.
reminding me that I can't go because you don't have a ticket for me.
Yeah. Well, buy one, Craig. Buy a ticket, Mark.
They're sold out.
Are
Okay,
they?
but one other thing you said in the beginning, let's rewind to the beginning of the episode, and we were talking about weapons. What was up with weapons?
Oh,
Oh
right.
shit. Yeah, it's
Yes.
I swear to God, I'm not sure how many of the shows you've watched, but it feels like the last 3 months, every episode, weapons happens to come up in conversation.
And thanks for reminding us because I forgot. So yes.
Well, it's kind of a mundane story, but I was trying to reach. Okay, actually, this episode will come out after this happens, so it's okay. So we've been trying. Weapons have been doing this thing on their TikTok where they're eating like spicy foods, whatever, those hot chips and this and that. Not like the show Hot Ones, but they've been just eating spicy stuff, and it's pretty funny on their TikTok. Anyways, I had messaged him when I saw their last one, and I was like, if I get a bottle of the bomb like on Hot Ones, will you guys try that? Because they were looking for suggestions. They were like, hell yeah, we will. Immediately, I bought a bottle of it, and it came in. I was like, well, it looks like we're doing this, boys. I have no intent on trying it myself. This was a few weeks ago, so we're trying to figure it out, line it up. I reached out to one of the radio hosts at Rock 102, Whitney Graves, and I'm like, hey, do you want to come and do this with weapons for like their TikTok or whatever? So she's all in as well. Anyways, we got it lined up. We're going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to go to their studio tomorrow with Whitney, and we're going to record it and bring some chicken wings and just do a dab and eat it. And it's going to be like a promo for they're going on tour with the Trues. Yeah, like they're gonna dab and yeah, that dab. That one almost went over my head. I should. I'm sure Mick will do something like that. But so we're gonna go and film it. Anyways, I'm trying to line up a time and a place with them because like tomorrow is the only day this week I can do this before they take off till July. So I'm texting with them, and I text with Jordan. He kind of answers, I reply, and I'm kind of waiting, and I'm trying to like schedule it because I've got other shit I'm doing too, right? Anyways, he starts ghosting me. So I text Talus because Talus, I love you, buddy. You always answer me like right away. It's awesome. And he messages me. He's like, we're in the studio, guy, rehearsing. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, leave us alone. I was like, oh, shit. So I kind of leave him alone. Anyways, Talus calls me about an hour later, and I was doing something. I missed the call, so I called him right back, and he answers the phone, and he sounded like he was legitimately busy. And he's like, oh, shit, dude, like, now's not, can you call Jordan? He's like, I'm kind of doing something. I was like, yeah, no problem. hang up the phone, call Jordan right away. Jordan answers. He's like, you know what? Like, I'm kind of helping Talus do this thing right now. Can you call Mick? I'm like, hey, you're totally fucking with me right now, aren't you? I was like, whatever. So I hang up and I call Mick, and Mick answers the phone, and he's like, the customer you were trying to call is currently out of the service area. And then he hung up on me, and I was like, you guys are fucking assholes. But yeah, we got it all lined up.
And
to
now
do
the
that.
whole world knows.
Now everybody knows weapons are assholes. No, I love those guys, man. They're so awesome. So yeah, we got that lined up for tomorrow. Should be fun.
You know they're gonna want you to get in on that, huh?
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna have some like Moose Fest posters in the background or in the shot, because it's gonna be like, you know, we're sending off weapons to go on this Western tour with the Trues, and we want to welcome them back safely to Moose Fest. And it's kind of what I see in my head a little bit. I'm not sure how that'll go, but it's gonna be pretty crazy. But yeah, so if I'm advertising for Moose Fest in their post, I'm probably gonna have to take a bite of that. I don't do hot sauce, even though hot sauce is the best.
Just do it and then record it so we can all see.
Oh, for sure. Like this video will probably be released on Friday here, like this Friday, because I think they leave for tour on Monday. I think is when the tour starts, so they like wanted out a relatively quick turnaround. So I just don't know how it's gonna end up. Maybe a gong show.
Just bring milk or sour cream or something with you.
For sure. I was told. I was told
tablespoon
chocolate milk and ice cream. Apparently, is the
anything
trick.
with dairy. Anything with dairy.
Oh man, Tabasco sauce is too hot for me. I'm kind of scared.
Tabasco sauce?
I don't do spicy foods, dude. I'm such a wuss.
Well, at least you didn't say pepper, you know.
No
pepper's
doubt.
really spicy. Like, I'd be worried for you, but Tabasco's a step up. I think you'll be okay.
Right. I think it's what did the bottle say?
Sauce
it's like 16,600 Scoville, whatever that means.
Yeah, exactly. What does that mean?
I don't know. It's hot.
It means hot. It's hot.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot.
I'm pretty sure after a certain amount of Scovilles, it doesn't even matter. It's just really, really fucking hot.
Yeah, there's got to be like a max. Yeah. You're probably right.
I can do hot. I'm okay with that. But at a certain point, it's like you're just burning your tongue. Why make it so spicy? Even you know?
As long as it has flavor with it, I'm okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not just pure spice.
I think
like
this
flavors.
stuff. I think that's the thing about this is that there is no flavor. Like it's just hot spice. Like, have you ever watched Hot Ones? That show on YouTube?
No, but I have an idea of what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got like 10 different bottles of hot sauce, and it gets hotter and hotter and hotter, and they get asked questions as they're trying to promote like their movie or their album or whatever. And then whenever they get to Da Bomb, which is like the 8th out of 10 bottles or something, like it pretty much takes them out. Like that's the one that knocks them on their ass. That's the bottle that we got. So I'm kind of scared.
Boy. Well, I mean, good luck. We hope to see you next week.
Next week, yeah. No, yeah, in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
See me in 2 weeks.
I hope to see you in 2 weeks.
I'm so glad I have a dentist appointment tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did that just happen? Like, I have a dentist appointment now.
No, it didn't. No.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be in that chair, you know, with the drill in my back tooth, in my molar, and all I'll be thinking about is you.
You'll be laughing at me.
Yeah. Bring on.
I have to go get my wisdom teeth pulled, and I've been procrastinating for like 10 years.
You know what?
I hate the dentist.
I have a comment on that. So do your wisdom teeth, do they currently bother you?
Yes.
Like, is that why you're getting
they go in and out, in and out, in and out. And so I just gotta like bite the bullet and yank them out.
Then I will not I won't tell you my story.
The idea of sharp objects being inside my face just freaks me out. I don't know.
Really?
I can't get over that.
Yeah. Let's not talk dentist because I am.
Yeah.
and I'm probably having a root canal done. So
probably or you
no,
are?
Probably. Well,
you are.
This is still that same tooth that's been bugging me for the last 6
just pull
months
it
or whatever. And then what? I
You
have a
fill
big
it.
hole in the back there.
Pull it and get a fake gold tooth, man. Like Joe Pesci in Home Alone.
There you go.
No, if I get a gold tooth, I want it to be
No.
prominent right there.
Right in the front.
Mind you, if he gets a gold tooth nowadays, it's going to be like, worth more than the dental bill. So,
That's true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
or at least it's not like, the price of gasoline. Ooh.
What is
Ooh.
it in Alberta right now? Because I thought there's no carbon tax in Alberta, so the gas price is cheaper than it is out here. I think.
I don't know. We're at $1.77 here.
Yeah, same as here.
Yeah.
What do you mean there's no carbon tax in Alberta?
Well, isn't there
There's carbon tax. We don't have
Yeah.
PST.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm sure we make up for it in other things because that's just what our government likes to do. But hey, we're not allowed to talk about those things here.
That's true.
No, exactly.
That's true.
No, we were talking about gas prices, not politics.
Yes, delete it.
Guys, that'll be snipped for sure. If you only knew the stuff that hits the cutting room floor. I love it. I love it.
Oh, yes. Well, that's like half the fun of going through the things. Like, oh, we
Yeah.
can't have that.
Oh man.
That's my favorite part about doing music videos with bands is because like there's always some moments where something goes wrong, or like we had this one we were doing and this guy's pants kept falling down, and so like we'd be doing this thing and he'd be running and all of his pants would be at his ankles and we had to edit that out like 7 times. Great. Yeah, and then every time I saw him I just call him the ass man. So
Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, I love that stuff too.
Yeah,
best.
bloopers. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think I'm really excited for everything that we are going to be doing. It sounds like we have more projects to look forward to together. I'm really looking forward to seeing the successes of Moose Fest, and you guys are just killing it too. I really I do watch your episodes as much as I can, and even if I can't give you my focus, I have it playing on in the background, so I do pay attention.
For sure. I have a question on that then. What platform do you play it on?
YouTube.
Nice. Boom. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Does that give you the views?
I'm trying to get that one up, but shit, we get so many freaking copyright claims on that YouTube channel where the views don't even count. So it's like, whatever.
Oh, yeah. See, that's the hard part. Like they're cracking down on those laws, and there's a band that recently posted their own song on Facebook and YouTube, and they had it taken down due to copyright issues. Yeah. And it's not like the song sounded like anybody else's either. Right. It wasn't like close to some big band's name, blah blah blah. No, it was totally unique and different. And they're like, nope. So they're still going through the process of trying to get their music up because it keeps getting taken down due to copyright. They're like, I own the damn thing.
Yeah, that's like us. Like there's the one we did at Skull Creek with Burke and Will. They played their own music acoustically, and we got a claim on that one because it was like, oh, this sounds too much like Will Ardell, and it's like that. It's because it's Will Ardell. Like that's why. Like he's playing his own stuff.
Last episode the previous episode with Gary O.
Gary O got a copyright claim because it was like, this sounds like Gary O, and it's like, well, that's because it is Gary O playing his own song, but acoustically.
There's got to be a way to battle that because you've got so many other platforms that play people's music that are not getting banned. Like, what do they do so differently? I don't know the answer to that.
It's we're not getting claims on other platforms. It's just that YouTube.
Well, Facebook is getting to it now.
Well, what do we? Oh yeah, you put the audio version on Facebook, right?
Yep. So I saw a few. I mean, but I didn't even really look into it. But the video. Because when you play it automatically on Facebook, it turns like Podbean turns it into a video, so it automatically plays.
Mm.
And I saw a notification from Facebook saying that this video is restricted. So I don't know if that actually means like it. I'm the only one that sees it, or
well, that I have a theory on that. What it means is that in some countries, that some of that content is not available.
Right.
right? Like if you do, I've done Instagram posts with like, I'll put a song in the stories, like in the background or whatever. And then it'll be like, oh, this song is like, you can't play this in China or whatever. So this will not go to China, but your viewers in Canada can still see it, kind of thing.
All right.
Yeah, I get
So
the same thing if I put a song sometimes on Instagram. It won't transfer over to this Facebook story, like even if though they're connected, which is so bizarre considering it's the same company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? It is
It's
interesting.
very weird. We are trapped.
We
in
are.
these,
They got
like,
us.
We gotta figure out a better way. But until then, we gotta work with what we got. But then,
right.
you know, hopefully we can come along and either we make new paths or someone else does. Whoever does it, let's just do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're doing it right now. And it's like, it's not going to be an overnight thing. I think what we are doing, like what Muse is doing, what Funky Moose is doing, all of it, I think if we just keep doing that.
Yeah. Persistence is key in this one.
Hell
it's tough, but I mean, it's the only way to do it. And we don't have like $1 million advertising budget to reach, you know, 2.2 billion people. Or there was, someone took a picture and there was like, it was ridiculous because it was maxed out and it was saying like you can reach like something bizarre, like 1 billion people in Canada, and there's not 1 billion people in Canada. And it was central, like it was only for Canada, and they're like, what? What?
Yeah, nice.
How is that possible? Everybody just moved in. We're good. Yeah.
You could probably reach those same people 200 times or something.
Yeah, probably. But it's all those algorithms suck, but we got to work with them.
Yeah.
Well, I think we are we're going to let you go. We don't want to keep too much of your time because we know you are a busy woman and you got your child there with you. I do want you to know, Jessi, that this door is always open for you. If there's new and exciting things going on with Muse, we'd love to have you back and talk about them, find out what's going on, all that kind of stuff.
I think the listeners and viewers kind of got an idea of how this partnership works by throwing ideas at each other. And
I hope so. I hope, because that's all it is. That is what it is, right? It's like
brainstorming and taking action. That's what it is. That's what this partnership is. Trying new things and just trying to create better paths and business opportunities for the artists and entertainers that we want to work with. That's 100%. The base of our partnership. And the door's just as open to you guys for whatever I do too. So as we go into a more open economy for the entertainment world, we're able to do more on our end, which means more opportunities, and love to involve you in all of those.
Hell yeah. I love the TV thing. I want it. We're going to have a business Zoom one day for sure.
Yeah. And then we're going to have a business Zoom about the digital marketing.
Yeah. Well, we'll get together again on the business side of things.
Well, maybe one day I'll be able to take a road trip down to you guys for the weekend or something. That'll be fun too.
Hell yeah. We'll bring you out to some shows. That'd be dope.
Let's do it.
I like it.
Awesome.
Right on.
All
okay.
Right.
Thank you so much, Jessi. Can you tell us one more time where we can find Muse?
It's musenews.ca. So musenews.ca. Super easy. Yay.
Muse News. Our ads always say just Muse Canada.
So what we did is a URL redirect. So you can do muse-canada.ca, but Muse News is a lot easier to remember. So we just go by Muse News. But either one works. Check out the new website, because by the time this goes up, the new website will be up, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's the hardest thing I have ever put together in my entire life, but it's so pretty and functional. So this is good.
Nice.
Awesome.
Love it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And congratulations on your radio. Look at that. Woo. We're going places, guys.
Hell yeah. Right on. All right. Thank you, Jessi. We love you. Thanks to those of you watching and listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Good night.
See ya.